does religion truly decide who you're allowed to love? Or is that choice guided only by your heart and personal freedom? In this video, we explore American social perspectives, psychological insights, and religious influences on this question that directly shapes your life.
Welcome to Cosmic Axis, where we dive deep into life's most meaningful questions. Today we explore whether religion truly controls who you're allowed to love, or if love should be guided by freedom and authenticity.
Stay with us for a thought-provoking journey. And if you find value in this discussion, don't forget to like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to Cosmic Axis for more inspiring content. Your support helps us continue bringing fresh perspectives to important conversations. In American society, the intersection of love and faith often reveals both harmony and tension. Many people grow up believing that faith provides moral guidance. Yet when it comes to love, the heart rarely fits neatly into prescribed boundaries. Psychologists note that love is a universal human need, one that transcends culture and religion. Yet the way it is expressed is often filtered through religious teachings. For example, some communities emphasize marriage within the same faith as a way to preserve cultural and spiritual continuity, while others argue that genuine emotional connection cannot be limited by such borders. Dr. Lisa Diamond, a psychologist who studies love and identity, points out that the human drive for intimacy and belonging is so strong that it often challenges traditional frameworks. Within the American landscape, where individual freedom is highly valued, many young people seek relationships based on personal compatibility rather than religious dictates. At the same time, faith still plays a powerful role, offering a sense of purpose, values, and community that can enrich love. The real struggle arises when these two forces, individual choice and religious tradition, clash, forcing people to question whether love should be governed by external rules or by the authenticity of the bond itself. Throughout history, religion has been one of the most powerful forces in shaping how relationships are formed and maintained. In early American society, marriage was often seen less as a romantic choice and more as a covenant under God, with churches playing a central role in validating unions. Religious authorities not only dictated who could marry, but also defined acceptable expressions of love and intimacy. Sociologists explained that this structure provided stability in a time when community values were closely tied to survival and moral order. Yet, as societies evolved, these religious frameworks sometimes came into conflict with changing social realities. For instance, interracial marriages were once heavily opposed by many religious leaders, despite the deep emotional bonds between partners, until broader cultural shifts began to challenge those views. Psychologists emphasize that when rigid boundaries are placed around love, individuals often experience inner conflict, torn between loyalty to tradition and the desire for personal fulfillment. In modern America, people increasingly reflect on how historical religious restrictions still influence present-day debates about interfaith and same-sex relationships. The historical weight of these traditions continues to shape discussions even as society leans toward greater individual choice and respect for authentic human connection. When it comes to interfaith and same-sex love, the tension between personal choice and religious boundaries becomes most visible. In many American families, marrying outside one's faith is still met with hesitation as parents fear the loss of cultural traditions or spiritual identity. Yet psychologists argue that shared values, emotional support, and mutual respect are stronger predictors of relationship success than religious similarity alone. The same holds true for same-sex relationships, where love and companionship are often deeply fulfilling, but clash with long-held religious teachings that define marriage strictly between a man and a woman. Studies by the American Psychological Association highlight that individuals in these relationships often face heightened stress due to stigma, yet they also demonstrate resilience and stronger bonds forged through adversity. Within modern American society, younger generations increasingly see love as a matter of authenticity rather than conformity, questioning why faith should override genuine human connection. Still, religious institutions remain influential, shaping laws, community norms, and even family acceptance. This creates a landscape where love, though deeply personal, is constantly measured against collective beliefs, forcing individuals to navigate the difficult space between living true to themselves and honoring the traditions they were raised in. In contemporary America, the idea of choosing love beyond rules reflects a cultural shift where personal freedom is placed at the center of relationships. Unlike earlier generations that leaned heavily on religious and community approval, today many people prioritize emotional fulfillment, compatibility, and shared life goals. Psychologists emphasize that autonomy in choosing a partner strengthens not only personal identity, but also the stability of the relationship, as it is built on conscious choice rather than obligation. For example, increasing numbers of interfaith couples and same-sex partners openly celebrate their unions despite traditional disapproval, showing that love often thrives when it is grounded in authenticity. Social observers note that digital platforms and diverse communities have further expanded the boundaries of whom one can meet and love, making it more difficult for rigid rules to dictate outcomes. At the same time, religion is not entirely absent. For some individuals, faith provides moral grounding and meaning within their relationships, but it functions more as a personal guide than a societal command. This balance between honoring tradition and asserting independence illustrates how modern Americans are redefining love, seeking connections that affirm both their individuality and their deepest emotional truths.
The ongoing debate in American society between personal freedom and religious boundaries highlights the complexity of balancing individual rights with collective traditions. For many, religion provides a moral compass, shaping ideas of family, loyalty, and responsibility. Yet, as psychologists like Carl Rogers have emphasized, personal growth and fulfillment are only possible when individuals are free to make authentic choices about love and relationships. This is why many Americans, particularly younger generations, view the right to choose a partner as a fundamental aspect of self-expression and identity. Still, the influence of religion cannot be ignored, as it continues to guide the values of millions, offering a sense of belonging and continuity that personal freedom alone may not provide. The conflict arises when these two forces collide, when someone's choice of love is seen as a rejection of sacred traditions. In such moments, society is pushed to reflect on whether love should be limited by inherited rules or liberated by the principle of individual dignity. Ultimately, the lesson lies in finding a respectful balance, where people can honor their roots while living true to their hearts. Thank you for watching this video, and if you found the discussion meaningful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more thoughtful content.